He shoots the light scout on the sea, and he sees one of his waters there, in a spirit that makes her happy, and he takes her home with him, and her shape and clothes are very strange. She did not excel. She found tanks on her wound, but she entered and came to meet them with her gift. He offered her drinks. They hit each other. They love each other. They get married, even though they are from two different worlds, and they left behind a beautiful child named Arthur. We know that she was running away from her family, but they married her in good health, and after the child grew up a little. I appreciate a group of those who deliver, but she fights them with her fork and overpowers them. But with white dates other than that, as long as I know how to get her once with a few soldiers, they return to her completely after that. But the shark suddenly becomes satisfied with the buzzing and they were telling them to stay away from him. Arthur starts communicating with them in a strange way, and in the end we see the child standing and all the fish in it appeared that the years passed and we went to her, describing the sea as a group of pirates, led by the father pirate, looked at her, and after what was between them in controlling the place, a body appears that knocks down the fools and discovers that he is a human being who is going to enter. He fights good family members and beats them, and then the divers workers deliver them. The first one survived and then come back. After that, the pirates and the review and the pirate of the sun in particular, when his father enters from his lack of condition, asks for help from Aquaman, but he refuses to help any evil, and in the end the father asks his son to whiten my son and walks to continue the march and Huda Sultan, the son, at the last moment, and within him was the fire of revenge. My sister on the second day, at the bottom of the sea, the base of a people, originally King is Zero, the savior of all of you, and King Nereos honor Joseph, two of the rulers of the owner of Atlantis, 7 giant animals, salt water, and the kingdom of fishermen, their age. What Yusuf was before the kingdom of the king, 1,000,000. And this is how much fear 1,000,000 would be a plan of tumors, with the approval of the merciful master and the leaders of Sherish on the land. And also there are many rumors saying the big brother lives on the surface and is entitled to the field as Arthur or the strongest of them, and they are not beginning to drink from a continuous straw from the inhabitants of the land trying to annex the place, but or they take the initiative to stop it. And of course what happened in this now became like this. The land never neglects the war, and at the same time on the surface, Princess Manira, the daughter of King Darius Lancer, goes to ask him to go to Atlantis and ask for a friendly ruling. Not the first time, because Minister Folkman tried for a while, but this time the matter is different because his brother is kidnapped waging a war on the land, and millions will die on both sides. But I send because he sees that the people of Atlantis are the reason for my mother's death, and it is impossible to go to them with my feet and with her and walk. We go to an abandoned cave inside and see there the pirate laptop. We know that he is the one who sent the diver who attacked the kings at the request of the first of yourself and everyone trying to create trampled on the burning with my hands of 8 pigs worked gold coins. And the pirate would be a strong person from work and iron who was in his father and then returned to the roof standing with his father in the car or attacked. He came to her work. It is clear that it is not normal at the beginning of the attack, and of course she quits Arabic, and Aquaman tries to stop him in order to save his father. But I cannot to any extent that she is beautiful and helps, and her strength does not offend the truth. But it is clear that his father was not the only thing that I reserved from their words. On what happened and one of the teachers. Welcome, Atlantis. They are the reason and the evidence of their existence is one of them. He lives here with us. Aquaman. In the spirit of service. The mountain on it. He sent an email. But it was the creation, the minister of the king, and the faithful man, Ola, in sending swimming. In the manner of the people, originally and from the same place, they go to the water and take a marine boat and go to Atlantis to solve the problem. They deliver Sundus and I go before him in an ark and India. They know this phone is just a warning after the charade that he made papers and persuaded the chief Abu Mira Mira and that it remains very close to the chair of his master. The ocean must move quickly. The plan to which he was sent is to go originally from the 3 in order to prove his eligibility to judge poetry and go to demand it from his brother and the dialogue. Due in the spirit of the ruins of the trio. This was the legend of one most skilled work. The kingdom of the furnace for the king to see at this time. Atlantis was on the ground and the people were very, very developed. but in the midst of the excessive ambition in the search for infinite energy, the blood for everything uninformed, and the same source of energy to pass, they are the ones who have the ability to breathe underwater, adapt and develop there. And after what this happened, the king was originally isolated from people and institutes, and there is no point in keeping an unknown place until he died. But a few months ago, I know, they reached the record. That is why he must go there and let them know where they are. And the first thing you have to say is to open the guards of Atlantis, the brain, after they discovered the entry of travel, and of course in the camera they hide quickly because no one knows that they are stronger than those who fight the guards, a strong exhibition, but the abundance overcomes the courage. In Morals for the Brothers, the king says, "And the one who rises from him is raging because he is still my land and I do not forgive you." Or today the people themselves, and there is tension in speech, and the end of the dialogue there will be a battle in front of everyone to death. But in your sleeve there is a shakesailor's satisfaction because he was sent to be his brother on dry land. But more than the land, all his life in the water. He trains to be a king. I definitely stand in the sea. Arthur thought they created that he was the teacher Wagtail. I remember a few events of the second one of the training days in his youth. The computer asked the Kuwaiti youth how much they trained so that he could go to his mother to protect himself and start asking why he left him and walked in friendship. But all of you did not make the cake to download, because how much is it that you will marry King Orphax from the beginning and not injure them? The one who has a son on the ground, other than you. I brought him down to the point of sacrifice. The Animals Trench 410. And from that time, Arthur hates the people already. Before the start of the Olympia battle, these long lines appeared, and it was clear that after he was killed, "You will marry me." Now, Arthur enters here to start the battle, and he is a strong competitor, and he is coming to hit him. He hit him, but in the end, tumors could break Arthur, who took him from his mother. Volcanic, but they say quickly, and because of his extraordinary ability, even about the people of Atlantis, that he talks about fish, he can hide his atmosphere. They, tumors, and the guards think that they went with the vehicle. And from here we go back to the first plan, and we will go to Najib al-Rumi in the heart of the desert, and in their connection, he discovers tumors in their place, because he will punish Mira the way. He had a second opinion and went about the maliciousness of the pirate. But we want to secure the most powerful tribe of weapons, the Atlantis advanced weapons, in a group, as he likes to get rid of Aquaman or with him in exchange for a large reward and an egg. Arthur Miller is going to the city of the oven until he arrives at the place where the car is made, and he can do a message, and he says that we will go to the trio. He is the source of energy for Atlantis. A map with a certain point in Italy at the same time, in the depths of the sea in the kingdom of magic. Hermia is trying to make you among them. And when he refuses cauliflower and goes to the daughter of the heirs with us, and you do not have a second opinion, then we go. Arthur and his princess are in Italy in the desired place, and after a lot of trouble, he can send to solve the puzzle and find out where they are. But the pirate attacks them with the seed of the new one, who kidnaps his character with the sisters of Atlantis and enters into a big battle. Find her, oh God. Her father eggs through the bracelet. And Arthur is engaged in the vessel and above on the deck of a boat going to stop them, and Mira Menkora is fighting to be suspended at the same time over the sea, and he knows the one above, who is the one he taught many things and was pleased with the percentage of betrayal. But your creation is doing following the commandment until we came out, and that's why you see tumors or betrayals. Good morning. Take the boat on which Arthur Miller is on board, and they discover that she is afraid of the light. They don't take a luminous torch from his lycopene for the rest of your life. The sea, cost alive, is one of these creatures, but only a vanguard. The blue one, and since the member had their back, they were not in front of them, but they feared the face of this set, even if it was possible, but they are white and confused. They go out from the other side to a completely different place, and they are separated by the tide and attraction, and someone saves Mira wearing an arm of the bones of beings. And when the skull comes out, we know, and we went out and told him after the king had faxed her husband sacrificed to the creatures. The Finch was able to reach them, and she received her 20 years there alone. So why not go back as we came, because the doors that I entered do not leave the one if they have the fourth 30. But he is here under his infidel guards, and this is a mythical beast behind the waterfall around a child who was defeated more than once, but his strength is locked and he will not hear anyone other than a knight entering. Why are you the one who brought you here? This is the soul that is only, and there are 1,000 heroes around. He takes in burial, and you and I will definitely keep them away. You shed blood and enter into a battle with me until Arthur at the last moment tells him to wait, and here the beast is surprised. The share speaks. I know, because no one was able to do this, but to see what I have, he has a chance, and he says to him, no one can pull the soul from the hand of the king, so he bans you in the speedway, because I did not say anything for a while. With me, because you are a superhero, you do not have one at this time, or this will be in the first battle of his army. Our army is the army of the kingdom of hunters in a war with the king of salt water and his army, because if this is a matter of his command, he will be the master of the ocean and replace them between the two armies, to the extent that they can show me and make you salt water, and those who refuse to offer allegiance duties, and their light is still cracking. The earth comes out of it. A monster who is a legend. Yes, he is the craft, and on his back is stronger than one, and we go the three around him, losing their health, but there is nothing to crave in the brochure. They try their animals. They are sharks, but Aquaman can a prank, and the Quran and the king of fishermen talk to him. You see someone talking to you. Mama is random. You watch. It is not impossible. His bag is now the pilgrim, and indeed Abu Hanar you, our friend B861, and his brother's sweater in front of him and behind him, and Arthur with the trident, and after a few strikes he is the one who breaks and tried from today, and who was his father for him, and the last blow comes, but Arthur does not heal because of his manhood and her arm power. Ninja Rahman Shad Khalid is the way he says to him again, and here the origin of me appears, and she says that there is enough fighting and that her son is superior to the words that Abu Zara in it. The end with a new story coming.